Hi, I'm Tim with the Outdoor Gear Exchange. We're here today to talk about some of the assisted braking belay devices we carry. Assisted braking devices do exactly that. They assist you in holding the rope when you're catching a fall, holding your partner while they're resting, getting some blood back in their arms to work hard moves, and give you a little bit more control when you're lowering your climber. You should always keep your hand on the brake strand when you're lowering a climber, catching a fall, or really anytime you're belaying. But they definitely help you save a little bit of juice for when it's your turn to climb and give your partner an extra measure of safety when you're catching a fall, lowering them, or when they're hanging on that bolt trying to figure out the next move. So first up we have the Grigri. This is kind of the original assisted braking devices, still one of the top sellers out there. This is the second iteration, so a little bit smaller and lighter than the old version and designed to work with slightly smaller ropes. Big way to tell, if you see a big gold circle here, you have the older style. If you don't, you have the Grigri 2. Very simple how these work. You're gonna load the rope in here, and when your partner falls or loads the rope, it's gonna pull this cam up and clamp the rope right there. Really low impact on the rope, no sharp edges. And then to release it, all you do is pull this handle. Do you wanna pull gradually, get a sense for how quickly the rope's gonna slide through the device. But once again, if your partner's hanging on a bolt, most of that weight's gonna be on the device and not on your hand like with an ATC. A few really cool things about the Grigri is they have kind of a rounded edge here. And what that does is lets the rope roll really smoothly when you're lowering. And the Grigri is really great in just about all applications, whether you're sport climbing, trad climbing. It's got some great uses if you're getting into big wall climbing for backing things up, or if you're belaying directly off an anchor. This is really great if you think you're gonna have to lower your second. If you think they're gonna wanna try a crux move again, or maybe you're with a newer climber who's gonna wanna get back down on the ground. It's really, really simple to lower a climber compared with some of the tube style belay devices on the market. We also have the Grigri Plus. This is a brand new version for this year. Takes all the great features of the Grigri and adds a steel wear plate. If you use your Grigri a lot, you'll notice you get some wear notches here. This will help minimize that, make it last a lot longer. Also adds two belay modes. You have a top rope mode, which gives you sort of the maximum safety when lowering, and a lead belay mode, which makes it a little easier to feed slack out to your partner. So when they're making those desperate clips or kind of caught you off guard, it'll be easier to get them the rope they need. It also adds an anti-panic mode. So when you pull this lever, if you pull it really hard and throw it all the way open, it's gonna lock out, keep the rope from going through, to hopefully help prevent you from dropping your partner or lowering them much faster than they wanna go down. Up next, we have the Lifeguard from Madrock. This is their take on the assisted braking device. Very similar to a Grigri, operates the same way. So if you've been using a Grigri for a while, you can just put this right into your arsenal. It's gonna work really similarly. Rope goes through the same way, same principle with the cam. They've gone with an all metal construction. So that plastic handle on the Grigri is replaced with metal here. It feels really solid in your hand. I actually find this feeds slack quickly, a little bit smoother than a Grigri in most instances. The only thing I haven't liked as much about it, if you're belaying directly off an anchor, a Grigri is still smoother. That being said, this is a little less expensive. Great way to save some money for quick draws, trad gear, other things you need, and still get a good, safe, smooth feeding belay device. Next we have the CastMatic. So this is one of the original assisted braking devices with an anti-panic mode. What that means is when you go to lower your climber, if you pull this handle really fast or throw it all the way open, it's going to engage the cam and lock the belay device out. So it makes it very difficult for you to drop your partner or lower them really fast. It's also got a cool feature. It does feed slack a little bit differently than the Grigri. You're gonna pull from the bottom to open the cam if you need to feed slack quickly, unlike the Grigri where you're pulling from the top. This actually makes it a little harder to just hold the device open. That's one concern with the Grigri. If you clamp down like this on it, you can potentially defeat the cam. This makes it a little bit safer in that regard. The one downside, it does only work with very specific diameters of ropes. And if you get really far outside the recommended range, so start going with ropes skinnier than 9 mil or heavier than 10, the anti-panic mode can engage a little bit easier. So it can be a little bit jerky to lower. Otherwise, probably one of the safest belay devices out there when used properly. And finally, we have the Megajoule from Edelrid. This is a little bit different. It's instead of having a mechanical cam that pivots, it uses a carabiner for the assisted brake. So when your partner falls and loads the rope, it's going to jam the carabiner into this notch and prevent the rope from going through. This gives you all the advantages of an ATC style belay device. So it works really well in icy alpine conditions. It's really lightweight, really compact and simple. There's no mechanical cam to freeze up or get dirty, but gives you that little bit of added safety from an assisted braking device. It also, when you're rappelling, can help back up your rappel. It's not a replacement for a Prusik or some other knot below your device, but does give you a little bit more of a measure of safety there. The Megajoule is also pretty cool. It's stainless steel as opposed to aluminum, so much more durable. If you're doing a lot of rappelling or a lot of rope work, this is going to hold up much longer than any of the other guide style ATC devices out there. To release the device, all you do, put your thumb in this notch, pick it up, carabiner will drop down, and you can feed rope again. So there's an overview of some of the assisted braking devices we carry. You can find these, other belay devices, and all your climbing needs on our website, gearx.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.